Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rick, and today's unboxing is on Avexia Harmony 1-to-1 Relief. So this is a medical cannabis topical product, and I have done videos on other topicals. This one I found in Colorado the last time I ascended to 14,000 feet, and I think it worked so well that I ascended the next day to another 14,000 feet. But you know, that could be a component of this, or it could be a component of fitness level, who knows? But I just remember this being so spectacular. Full disclosure, I have done other topical videos before, and it's kind of underwhelming. Maybe it's because there's just lack of that much variety, but hopefully as the state evolves with regards to the cultivators in Central Illinois and the processing and the demand, we will have more options. I have two other unboxings coming up. This one is a compound that I formulated with a group of guys called the Cannabis Coaches. And this is another one from the dispensary. It's a lotion, but again, sticking with what we have as far as Harmony, this is nice because if you don't want to risk the THC heavy side effects of being high or tipsy, sometimes if you're working during the day and you have an ache to the back or a joint, this might get to the point where it helps with applying it topically without causing the THC in the couch kind of experience. So that's always the problem, is when you use medical cannabis products, whether it's inhaled, flower or vape, topical, edible, patch, there's always a fine line you have to walk between not dosing properly and having zero effect, or dosing a little bit too aggressively and having a high effect or a psychoactive effect. We want to use this product ultimately to control suffering, reverse inflammation, and also help with pain control without having all the side effects of hydrocodone, oxys, or Percocets. For those of you who take the stickers off and put them in their cannabis diaries while you're dialing in your experience, this is the sticker. I'm not sure if you can really see that, but let's open up and smell the essence of this. I really think that the topicals that are sold in Illinois don't really cause, even if it's 1-to-1, meaning one of THC molecule to a one of CBD molecule, I don't really think that they're that potent to cross the blood-brain barrier. I think they're reasonable to use topically. I have some older patients that were afraid of getting high, so they just use topical, and I think it's fair. Topical will work with joints that are not covered by too much fat, like fingers and toes, shoulders, hips. You have to penetrate through a lot of skin layers, fat, subcutaneous tissue, so it might not work as well. It does not smell like medical cannabis, so that's a good thing in case you're worried about smelling like cannabis. If you were to use this, I would always say, don't forget to keep your CBD going as usual. I always suggest half a dropper of tincture, CBD dominant, about 2 to 3 times a day, depending on the amount of pain you're in. And then if you're going to use this, you just put a little bit on your finger and apply it to the area. So this is my trigger point. I'm going to apply to the area, put it in so I'm going to do 3 swipes, and just remember on my cannabis journal that I did 3 swipes, fingertip only, and it is now 8:07. I do have a little bit of pain from taking a group of people to a hike yesterday, but we'll see if it takes down the pain before I take any other supplements. So if I was to experiment with this dose, because it is 1-to-1, meaning that there is THC in here, I'd be cautious about driving later on. Again, I don't think that the products we have in Illinois are that potent compared to the other products in Colorado. So I challenge this product to get into my bloodstream and affect my brain. But again, my experience is that it doesn't really do that. If nothing has changed after applying it 3 times a day, same technique, same dose for 3 days, it might be worth it to increase the dose. So I might use 2 fingers, for example, or 6 swipes. But you do that 3 times a day for another 3 days, and you effectively mark if your pain has gone down or gone up. So that's the way I would look at things, in addition to keeping a little journal as far as any adverse reactions, like getting high or getting super sleepy. If you find you had no adverse psychoactive side effects, and the 3-time-a-day dosing that you've chosen or ended up with works properly to decrease pain, then that's your dose. You can certainly increase the dose depending on how bad your pain is during the day. Typically at night, there's other products to use that will work more effectively, whether it's edible or inhaled product. The benefit of experimenting with night dosing is that whether it's topical, inhaled, sublingual, or edible, you can actually increase the effective dose and increase the delivery speed. So if you have a side effect, you're at home. You don't have to continue with work. You don't have to worry about driving home. You can just sleep it off. Sometimes with paranoia as being a side effect, people find that they just have to talk themselves down. Hopefully that's not going to be with you, and that's why we start with microdosing, working our way up to high dose. If you do effectively find your smallest possible dose and you can maintain that with different products and different ways of dispensing, then you can save money, decrease side effects, and have a positive effect whether you're using prescription painkillers or anti-inflammatories. There is something called the ensemble effect, where you use your medical cannabis product in addition to your nutrition plan, your vitamins, the amount of fat you take, the probiotics that are in your diet, where you work to dial in the totality and how everything relates to each other for a positive effect with very little spending and hopefully zero side effects. The other thing to keep in mind, in addition to not changing any of the variables as far as nutrition or supplements, is don't change your exercise routine. You can continue doing what you're doing, but keep it stable, because if you apply this as a 3-day experiment and then you increase or max out on your exercises, you might induce pain and that'll negate the effect of your experiments. So I'll try to put an update down below in about 3 days to let you know if it helped me or not. If you find that the products you're buying from local dispensary are not helping you, you can consult me down below at my Herbal 411 website, and I can give you guidance or get you a medical cannabis card. Both of them will target how to find which products help you most and which combinations of products will keep you from getting high but also reverse the suffering. The medical cannabis plant has a lot of active ingredients that can be processed to give you relief from your symptoms without getting you high. Certainly some people do need this for anxiousness or post-traumatic stress disorder, but there's a world of other things you can take advantage of. And I challenge that if you use this properly, you can possibly get off the other medicines that you're on and lose weight as well. If you found any products to be helpful with reversing suffering, please put them in the comments section down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching up until this point. Don't forget to subscribe to me. I'll see you at the next video.